For demo today is this really killer 1987 Gibson 61 reissue Les Paul or SG Custom. Why do I say Les Paul SG? Well, because technically in 61 they were still calling it the Les Paul. It wasn't until about 62 that the name dropped off. 62 or 63, I can't remember exactly. The contract with Les Paul, I guess, kind of ended. And so then it got redubbed not the Les Paul, it got redubbed the SG. So these guitars with the now known as SG style body shape were first called the Les Paul. You don't believe me, you can look it up, you'll find more history on it. So it's an SG Custom. I think that's probably how it was reissued in 87, but obviously since it's a 61 reissue, it'd also be the Les Paul. Anyway, cool thing about this guitar, among many things, is that being made in 87, it still has the Tim Shaw PAFs. So the Tim Shaw PAFs have a patent number stamp on the bottom. You'll see that beginning in the 1970s. Around 1980, the T-tops phase out, and then you see the Tim Shaw PAF style humbucker, which is kind of a redesign of the Gibson humbuckers back to kind of more the original PAF style. They were released and advertised as PAFs. You can actually find on some still have the sticker that says PAF on the side here on the mounting ring, and sometimes on the back too. It's not like the old patent applied for stickers, but that's what they were called. And they were used throughout the 80s. Early ones have ink stamps, later ones don't, and so there's variations in the base plates, and there's kind of phases and eras that they go through, and if you can look online and find all about this, but these are still the Tim Shaw PAFs, not the Bill Lawrence humbuckers, which have several wires that are all soldered onto the back, or the 490T or whatever they are later. So this is, in other words, this still has the great cool 80s pickups that you like. It's got a patent number ABR1 bridge, which would be right for the era, but it doesn't have a foundry stamp, which is what you find in the 1980s. I see some people trying to sell those bridges as 60s, but they're not. If it has a patent number bridge and there's no foundry marker, that's from the 80s. The rest of the hardware is original, and plastics and everything. Nothing's been changed on the guitar. Cosmetically, I'd say it's in very good condition. It's slightly aged to kind of a more cream color, which all of these do. There's a few like little, scuffs and dings and whatnot in a few little areas. Nothing major. There's some finish checking, like just on the edge of the binding, just very, very minor, and by the neck pocket area. Again, this finish, this model, it does that. There's no cracks, there's no breaks, there's no repairs in the wood or anything like that. It's just totally straight, solid setup guitar. Gold parts. Very little fret wear. There's just maybe a faint trace of wear beneath like the B and the G strings, and then yeah, that's really it. Nothing to write home about. Did not see a lot of use. I think it weighs 7 pounds. It's a nice guitar, nice playing guitar. Not a fretless wonder. It's got full size Gibson frets, medium neck profile. It's definitely a 60s neck. It's not a 50s neck. It's not a fat neck at all. So if you want like a super fat neck, this isn't your guitar. But it's a comfortable medium profile, reminiscent of the era that it's reissuing. Yeah, really cool guitar, wide neck, so very comfortable. Yeah, great guitar, triple pickup. One thing about the 3-way switches on these, you can rewire it if you want to like a 7-way or 9-way switch, but this has a stock 3-way, which would have the neck pickup in the first position, bridge pickup in the third position, and the middle position I think is these two pickups together, which kind of has a slightly kind of out of phase sound. It's not super thin like some out of phase sounds can be, but that's just how they were wired from the factory, the triple pickup Gibsons. You can rewire it where you could just have neck, middle, bridge if you want. You can go ahead and bypass it and do a traditional setup if you want to put a new switch in there. I wouldn't. I just leave it because it's a vintage collectible guitar. It's a 1987 Gibson 61 reissue, Les Paul SG Custom. This great guitar comes with the original Gibson chainsaw protector case. If you want to buy this, the best place to do is on my website, which you can find linked below here in the YouTube video. It'll take you a link straight to my website. You buy on that website. You're not in Washington State. I don't have to legally charge you sales tax at checkout, so that may be something worthwhile for you to check out. Check out the website. Thanks for checking out the video, and have a good day.